On October 1, 1960, Nigeria was proclaimed an independent nation from British rule. So for this reason, Nigeria celebrates its independence on October 1 every year. Commemorating this day at the Delta State Cenotaph, the state governor, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, represented by his deputy, Deacon Kingsley Otuaro, while acknowledging the sacrifices of the heroes past, enjoins Nigerians and of course Deltans to collectively remain united as a nation despite challenges.
This makes the theme of this year's independence celebration, Together at 60, very appropriate, as it captures our unity in diversity and celebrates our togetherness in spite of all challenges we have gone and are still going through as a nation. I urge all Nigerians, especially our youths, to lay down their arms and work for the sustenance of our dear country. Nigerians should have faith in the commitment and ability of the present administration, both at the national and state levels, to tackle the diverse challenges of nation building. With unity and togetherness, I am convinced that our state and country should convert into an energy capable of propelling this country into a viral, productive, and respected entity in the community of nations.
Highlights were parades by the paramilitaries and cutting of anniversary cake. From Delta State Cenotaph, I am Raphael Obasioya, handing over to Gospel Amalia Mifobo for the views of some Nigerians as they talked to Nigeria at 60.
Thank you, Raphael Obasioya. The truth is that this year is extra special as it marks a diamond jubilee since the country declared independence. It is also different this year because of the coronavirus pandemic. The Bishop of Asaba Diocese Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Justice Mogekwu, observed that in spite of the challenges of civil war and the very precarious state of the country thereafter, Nigeria had remained one entity 60 years after independence. He, however, lamented that the nation faced doom if it failed to adopt restructuring as a solution to the many threats to its continued corporate existence as a nation.
We have not moved further than we were about 60 years ago. It's a pity that in spite of all that God has done for us, we have wasted resources, we have wasted opportunities, we have wasted the goodwill of heaven. What we are seeing today is not even the dream of our founding fathers. In any case, the founding fathers were Zeke, Awolowo, and Ahmadu Bello. I'm not even sure that they had a vision for one Nigeria. Every one of them had, yes, a vision for their people, the North, the East, but when you talk about a united Nigerian nation, where it's far from being achieved. However, we still have cause to hope in God. It's true that within the past few years, we have had a deterioration of our security system, of our economic system, of social services, and so on. Things have gone haywire. It's a painful thing. When we celebrate like this, we feel that we are simply making a lie of our existence. We are telling lies to ourselves. Nigeria is still far from being a nation. I'm not even sure we can ever be a nation. My suggestion for a solution is let us restructure Nigeria. Anything different from restructuring cannot solve this problem. Let all of us go back to where we come from and begin to see how we can reunite. And under what formula we can reunite. But for now, the head of state, the government, the federal government, and so on, they are playing. They are on a different page altogether. Look at how much money they have spent so far building. Talking about building a pipeline, gas line to Katsina, not Katsina, beyond Katsina to Niger. Why should it be so? Trillions of naira, spent on that. Why? What is the relationship between us and them? It is easier to be a Nigerian than to be a Nigerian, because they prey upon us and they think that Buhari's presidency is their own gain. We are not brought into consideration. So that's our problem. It's painful that intervening would bring about. If we cannot force people to be united, you cannot force people to. We are having over 300 ethnic groups in this country. You don't force us to be. We see a demonstration of ethnic jingoism. Sometimes Islamic ascendancy. They were never thought to be united. Maybe the people who planned it, like Nzogwu and Co., had an idea that we needed to come together and become what we should be. Corruption and immorality and so on. But perhaps because of their immaturity, they did it the wrong way. But the point is that forever and ever, Nigeria cannot be what we want to be unless we come back and be, and do an architecture of a new nationhood. Buhari coming to power, one begins to doubt whether he was really interested in uniting Nigeria under the umbrella of proper nationhood. He came with I can tell you, an Islamic mindset. Yes, because he said the time without number that if he had his way, he would make Nigeria an Islamic nation. And everything he has done so far is moving towards that. How can you, for example, tell me that you could just go and then give free visa entry into Nigeria to Chadians and Malians and they are flooding this country with nothing whatsoever. They don't speak English, they don't produce anything, and yet they have flooded the whole place. They are now into the army. They are now into the different organs of Nigerian society, and in spite of all the mayhem Fulani herdsmen have been causing, killing, butchering, stealing, raping and so on. How many times have you ever heard Buhari, who is the head of state, come out and condemn these things? Because they are carrying out his own agenda. So even if we are 1 billion people, it does not change anything. Our mindset is first and foremost faulty. And it doesn't give us any confidence that this administration has something good for this nation. And we are hoping that what has happened in Edo State will be a pointer to what can happen if we all set our mind on letting righteousness and justice and equity guide our actions. Not an aspect of the solution, because machines and so on can be manipulated, voting machines can be manipulated and so on. So it's like garbage in, garbage out. The state is that it became the focus of all eyes, the signage of all eyes, and so it was difficult for them. But when it comes to a national election, only God knows how much we can trust this government to be able to uphold the same standard.
Mr. Taju, popularly known as Ikuku, was also of the opinion that Nigeria's 60th anniversary was not worth celebrating, but rather to be marked due to the obvious reasons.
Because there's nothing to celebrate at 60. You can tell me happy new months, then I will say same to you. If you are the one that gave birth to a child and the child is up to 60 years, he's not able to pay his rent, he's still coming back to his father to collect rent. Just like Nigeria is always going back to the colonial master and going back to other nations to borrow money at the age of 60. Will you say you are happy? Any person that is above 60 years should not rule us as a president or as a governor. And any person that has tested military government before, should not be allowed to ever rule us again. Like the Bible says, affliction shall not happen the second chance. There be affliction. In those days, are you not always struggling to be part of the march past when you did school? Did you see any celebration again now? That time they will give us money, we'll go and buy ice cream. We are always looking forward to Independence Day. Today, is it happening? Tell our children now to sing the national anthem. They don't even know. Tell them to read the pledge where you will be able to put your hand. You are so joyful in those days. Say, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity, and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. You are so happy to say those pledges. Can you do that again now? Tell the children now to go and they don't know. Tell them what is the meaning of green, white, green. They don't know. Tell them what is the meaning of those two horses that peace and unity is written under them. They don't know. In those days, they'll be taking, you are going abroad. They are sending you to go abroad for scholarship, to go to school. You'll be crying. You don't want to live in Nigeria. You are crying at the airport. You are holding your parents. You don't want to travel. They say it's for better life because Nigeria was good. But now, If they give you visa, you go to church for Thanksgiving that they don't give me visa. Oh, you are happy to leave. And you say, don't tell me again, please, that happy independence. Tell me happy new month. If you tell me happy independence, I'll be angry with you. Thank you.
Be that as it may, there is need for all hands to be on deck to achieve the Nigeria of our dreams. From Asaba, I am Gospel Amalia Mifobo, reporting for Lip TV News.